Auspicious greeting and a very good morning to all. I wish you all have a good week. Let us start with a warm welcome to you to our weekly Communities of Practice Sunday check-in section for half an hour Dharma reflection and community connections. So if you're a new member of our community, please accept our wholeheartedly warm welcome to you. We also welcome any questions if you have any regarding to the practice and topics, and we love to help. So this is customary for people in Australia to begin any meeting by acknowledging the traditional owners of our land. I would like to start today by acknowledging the Tarawa people as the traditional owners of the land on which Nantian Institute resides. I also acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands on which you all are. And I pay my respects to the elders in the past, present, and emerging. So the check-in sections have been developed by our Communities of Practice team and the entire community. The purpose of these sections is to develop a reflective practice in response to changes. Guided by humanistic Buddhism, we would like to cultivate our practices and to build memorable friendships. So it is a great blessing to have Mr. Joey Yeo today, who has actually facilitated us on the first 2 hours of the 4 hours of daily practice, which is review and routine. So this week, we're moving into the 3rd hour, which is the reminders. So let us humbly welcome Mr. Joey Yeo to guide us on today's topic.
Thank you, Joyce. Auspicious greetings to all, and welcome to the 3rd session of this 4-part series on daily practice. And in this 3rd session, we will focus on the 3rd R, reminders. Before that, let's settle and check in with our mental space, position ourselves comfortably, and gently close our eyes. Give a couple of seconds to scan through your body from the top to the bottom. Sense if there are any areas that are tense. If so, breathe in and out slowly and deeply to relax that portion. As we ease the tensions around our body, let's also ease the tensions in our mental space. Let's assess our fundamental selfless nature, our true interconnected nature with all beings. Allow this selfless nature to flow throughout us. And as we fully embrace selflessness, we also fully embrace all beings. Our citta, that is our mind, will always be living in the buddhi. Thank you, everyone. Whenever you are ready, gently open your eyes. Reminders. Let's dissect the word into 2 parts, re and mind. I would say that re could be referring to repeat, relook, refresh, re-energize. And as a whole, it would therefore mean to repeat, relook, refresh, or re-energize the mind. Reviews and having a desire to establish routines are powerful initiations on improving our daily practices. And having reminders become important to constantly nudge us to follow through with what we promise ourselves. So generally categorize reminders into 3 buckets. Reminders on the goal of our practice, reminders on the path of our practice, and reminders on the discipline to practice every moment. I believe the goal is to awaken ourselves, and ourselves is not just me, but all of us, because we really can't find an independent, unchanging entity, me, in the entire universe, and of course past, present, and future. Similar to what Venerable Joey has shared, our goal is about arising and engaging with the bodhicitta within us. But at times, we might lose awareness of the goal, or we might have questions pertaining to the goal of our practice. One way probably is to establish a regular routine of reciting selected sutras that can help us to stay clear and be reminded on our goal. What sutras to pick dependent on one's inclinations, current situations, and understanding of the Dharma. To me, there's no better or the best sutra. It is about how the text can help us to be reminded on the goal as well as the path of our practice. We then leverage the phase of review to carefully calibrate and customize the sutras our mind engages with. For me, I picked the Sutra of the 8 Realizations of Great Beings, or Bodhisattvas, as a reminder on the goal of our practice, and the 10 virtuous deeds as a reminder on the path of my practice. The 10 virtuous deeds is an expansion of the 5 precepts and guide me in my daily quick reflection on what aspects I've done well and what aspects I should pay greater awareness tomorrow. Within the Sutra of the 8th Realization of Great Beings, there's one particular realization that keeps me constantly on my toes in my cultivation journey. And that is the 8th realization, which is the awareness that the fire of birth and death is raging, causing endless suffering everywhere. Take the great vow to help all beings, to suffer with all beings, and to guide all beings to the realm of great joy. Fire of birth and death is raging, reminds me, hey, we're going to die. When? Don't know, but don't waste time. Endless suffering everywhere reminds me, what's the point of getting angry with others? They're suffering with their own set of problems as well. Suffer with all beings reminds me, hey, that's true. We're already in the same samsara. Let's truly empathize with each other. We're in this together. Guide all beings to the realm of great joy. Let's not forget our goal of liberating ourselves and others. Reminders on goal and path of practice can be done relatively easy if we are determined to put aside some time daily or weekly to do some reading, recitation, meditation, and reflection. But the biggest challenge for me is the reminder on the discipline to practice every moment. Fortunately, there are plenty of solutions in the Dharma for this. Some practice breathing, setting reminders daily through your mobile phone to breathe with deep and broad awareness, to recheck in with our inner calm and serene nature. Some recites the Buddha name as a constant reminder of our goal, to be a Buddha, our path, to practice the Dharma, our community, to see each other as part of our Sangha. Connecting back to a theme that we talked about last year on Dharma is everywhere, we could also hope that the insights we gain on the physical phenomenon around us, such as the falling autumn leaves, the signs on the roads, the vastness of the cosmos, will constantly remind us the Dharma and thereby remind us to be mindful of the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. So with this, let's get to today's question. What kind of reminders have we been using in reminding us to be mindful of the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha? And what kind of reminders do we want to introduce in our daily lives and as part of our daily practice? Over to Joyce.
Thank you, Joey. So coming up, we will be grouped into 3 to 4 members for the sharing and discussion section. So in this discussion, we do recommend you spending a little bit time to get to know each other and then discuss our questions today. And there will be a Zoom notifications to guide you. And also feel free to let the flow of your discussions lead you through. So our section today are guided by metta, which is unconditional love and kindness for all sentient beings. Let's use these breakout sections to express and receive loving kindness to and from one another. Let us take time to pause, to share, and to listen mindfully. We'll also ask you to share some of your findings with the larger group at the end of the breakout section. Let's go to our breakout rooms for a good discussions for the day. So see you all back in 15 minutes time.
Welcome back. Oh, look, I see all smiling faces. You must be fully reminded by now. After 15 minutes talking about reminders, this whole week worth of reminders is filled up within 15 minutes, isn't it? Yeah, and now please feel free to share any excellent stuff in the group chat. And while waiting for the first few quotes, I just briefly summarized the exciting conversation I had in a group. The last 1 minute is like a reminder for us as well that the conversation is coming to an end. But within the conversation, we talk about paintings, sculpture as a form of reminder, nature as a form of reminder, post-it notes in the bathroom mirror as a form of reminder. That gives some ideas to Yichin's poster team now. And all about this is really about the consistency of effort, isn't it? That we can develop, we have the potential to develop. And I was just sharing that thanks to Xiao Meng for recommending the chapter for Avatamsaka Sutra recitation. Some of the quotes pop up in the days when I'm doing things, which is great, but not consistently. So sometimes brushing teeth is like with, oh, I'm late, and sometimes brushing teeth is, fill up with the quote of Avatamsaka Sutra, isn't it? So the next phase is consistency, really. The teachings, continuous practices, cultivation, such as all virtues, awareness, consciousness, giving, 3 acts of goodness, kindness, compassion. Yeah, and it would be great to fill our walls with all these great quotes as we reminded throughout the whole day, in the morning especially, or at the night as we reflect. ND, my study at NTI is my reminder. Where my mind is engaged and what I learn has to be analyzed and explained in my own words. Absolutely agree. Phyllis, reminders is truly re-mind, where we recalibrate our minds and selves in order to be able to handle the hectic lives that we allow us to be consumed with, which is not right practice in a way. Yeah, and at the end of the day, we sit down and reflect. We tell ourselves, yeah, we've done something great today. We tell ourselves, yeah, we can improve a little bit for tomorrow. And tomorrow is a fresh start again, isn't it? Great. 1 more minute to go. But continue to put all your quotes there. Our poster team will turn into a wonderful treasure of quotes that could be useful reminders for us as we journey through our cultivation. Thanks. Over to Joyce.
Thank you, Joey. So we really hope that the check-in section was helpful to you. And we hope you experience the unconditional love and compassion from this community. So, but for anyone who might be experiencing a greater need than what today could meet, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us with the email in the screen that you can see. And you can also reach out to the professional organizations on the screen. So here we have these beautiful journals that designed by Liam cover. So, and actually it's sent out by yesterday's email. So yeah, most encouraged to use it, this interactive PDF, to do our 4 hours daily. So back to here, we have this Singing Education Foundation Scholarship is open up until 15th of April 2022. So you're most welcome to apply for this to enrich your knowledge in terms of the Buddhism So now it's up to our checkout section. So as we check out today, let's recite the dedication of marriage together to send love and compassion to whoever in needs.
Let us now dedicate the goodness of what you have done to all living beings. May kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity pervade all worlds. May we cherish and build affinities to benefit all beings. May Chan, Pure Land, and precepts inspire equality and patience. May our gratitude and humility give rise to great vows.
So thank you, Joey, again for your time to facilitate us on this 4R of daily practice series. I'm sure we all have gained fruitful insight on the third R, reminder, today. So reminding us on the importance of our Dharma daily practice. So now we will have our usual post check-in discussions. So please stay around if you have time. Otherwise, see you all again next week at 11 a.m. on Sunday. Have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you.